Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to a new episode of Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life. I'm Carmen Harra, and I'm live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on OMTime Radio with my producer, Christopher. And tonight, I'll help you understand if you and your loved one are meant to be. There's an old proverb that says, in life, God doesn't give you the people you want. Instead, He gives you the people you need to teach you, to hurt you, to love you, to make you exactly the way you're meant to be. You know this in your heart that every person who walks across our path has been sent for a higher reason. Every experience, good or bad, is a learning lesson. And we can choose to reach for the greater meaning behind it, or we can close our eyes and ignore what we are meant to learn. So the decision is yours. But in my opinion, the school of life is a great adventure. And if you learn from our teachers, and if we learn from our teachers and participate actively in our lessons, then we can definitely graduate the school of life. But from so many experiences that I had, it is more difficult to understand others, and it's very confusing sometimes to understand the complexity of relationship. This is true because absolutely all relationships are complicated, all of them, even the best ones. And we can never be sure of how relationship will turn out. Many times we ask ourselves, will this be a positive experience? What if this relationship will come to an end? What if my partner and I are not meant to be together? Or am I just losing my time while a better person is still out there? So these are deep questions that deserve introspection, because although a new relationship signals a beautiful, fresh beginning, you need to make sure that you are in the right relationship. So these are things that it's interesting we're not thinking about. When we get involved emotionally, romantically, we are not really paying attention to any of this. But on the other hand, you might be excited to see somebody coming for you, and this is perfectly normal. But it is crucial that you learn how to identify whether you are with the right person in the right relationship, and you are able to evaluate your relationship from a different standpoint, like from a spiritual standpoint, which we never want to do. Perhaps you've been in a relationship for too long, and you're not certain if this is really the right relationship, which is fine. But I have a lot of people who've been actually married for almost 30 years or even longer, and they're still not sure whether their partner is the right person for them, which to me is like kind of sad. After all these years, you cannot figure it out, and probably it means you'll never figure it out. Because the reality is people change in time, and our feelings towards them change as well. Then again, you might not be in a relationship, but you might be interested in somebody, let's say at your workplace or in the community. So how do you know if your interest is mutual? I had just some people calling me recently that they are trying to build a relationship, but they're not sure if the other person is interested. So that's a good question. So there is a chance you could be with that person in the future. So we always ask ourselves, should I keep on trying? Should I put energy, or should I just, you immediately feel pain, or you consider being hurt if the other person doesn't respond. So there are so many things to ask, so many questions to answer, and I will try to dive into all of this tonight. And if you have any questions about your own life and any questions about your relationship, then feel free to call in. You know, in many years as being a teacher, teacher of spirituality, a teacher of karma, of relationship, I've learned that many of our relationships are predestined. They kind of meant to be. They were like almost written there in our soul's contract long before we came on this earth. So it's not just a physical attraction or an emotional attachment that brings two people together on that unique journey, but it's much more than that. So I came up with some kind of a way of playing words, like it is the divine that deals your cards, but how you choose to play your hand is up to you. So how you choose to play your hand is up to you, but it is there within your cards, like in a metaphoric way. This was meant to be there. The way you involve yourself, the way you play your role in a relationship, it's completely up to you. The way you respond to the relationship, it's up to you. So if you want to find much more about your own relationship, if you're not in a relationship, if you go into a divorce, if you feel you've been hurt, if you feel abandoned, if you feel betrayed, if you feel cheated, if you have any of these emotions like hurting you right now, pick up the phone and dial 202-570-7057. And if you can't get through, then send me an email at carmenharra@aol.com to ask a question. So I'll give you my feedback. You can also schedule a session with me, because this week all sessions are buy one, get one free. And if we connect on social media, which I'd love to have you as my friend, I do a lot of live shows in which I talk directly with you. I give you, you ask me questions, I respond live on Facebook. I'm doing this all the time. But being my friend is like it's such a gift from you to me. So I would like to become my friend, and also subscribe to my newsletters and to watch me on my YouTube channel. I have all kinds of interesting videos, and I also have my musical videos that I think you would love to watch, because I've been a singer since my youth, so I love singing. I continue singing, and even I sing everything that it's like in fashion right now. So let me know what you think about my music. Because I believe that we can be many things in life, and I've tried to be from an author to a therapist to a singer to a jewelry designer. I try to be many things in my life, and I enjoy every time I find something new about myself. Now, I'm going to talk to you tonight about something that I think I came up with, and I'm not saying necessarily everything is 100% unique, because I believe that everything we say has been said a million times before, but I try to put it together in my own way, and I came up with what I consider the 4 major types of relationships. So, and I'm going to discuss them with you. But again, if you feel you belong to one of these groups of the relationship that I will describe to you, let me know. If you feel like you don't know where you stand, if you feel you still lost, alone and confused, then have your own blockages, also let me know, because it's very important for me to connect with you. And Christopher will let me know when you are reaching out, 202-570-7057. Now, often we're so blinded by our emotion that we can decipher the true purpose of a relationship. Now, deep attachment can force us to stay in a relationship that was meant to end a long time ago, because we just attach, we stay. But our stubborn will and strong ego can cause us to walk away, sometimes even from a soulmate. During these confusing moments, we must turn inward and weigh the truth of our relationship. So, as I said, 4 types of relationship, each serving a unique purpose to our evolution. We may experience only one kind of a relationship throughout our life, or we may experience different types of relationship through the full range of the 4. So, it's different. Reflect on the elements of each type to discover your own life standing. So I wanna find out which one you think you belong. So I'm gonna start with one of them, and then I'm gonna take some calls. So Maitris from Louisiana, hold on the line. Dominguez, hold on the line. And all my other people who are reaching out, just hold on the line. But I want to come first by defining the first type of relationship, which is transitory. A transitory relationship that is very, very common. We all date people for a short period of time. We go online, we date people online, and it's like it lasts 2 weeks. Sometimes it lasts 2 days. Sometimes it lasts 5 months. Sometimes it lasts a year and a half. But those are short-lived relationships. They're like a bridge between 2 phases. And for example, a transitory relationship can turn a girl into a woman by allowing her to learn from her first lessons of love. Or a transitory relationship can help a person cope with a divorce, with a separation, with a loss, until she heals and feels ready to embark on a new long-term love. So the relationships that are in between long-lasting relationships are that transition I'm talking about. Now, transitory relationships sometimes can be marked by desire, by physical chemistry, like the adventure, the feeling that you need that authentic love, but it's only a surface, an impression. They most likely involve the 5th sense level, the sensory. So such relationships often are coming when you are vulnerable, or right after a serious thing that ended. Okay, you've been married 20 years, and all of a sudden there's this divorce going on, and so there's this first person that comes in front of you, and you want to say, hey, okay, I'm going to take this, I don't care. So the partners in this kind of relationship generally don't become so attached, so they can easily let go of each other without much trouble. So there's no serious sacrifice or investment that are made in a transitory relationship, which soon will reach a plateau, so this relationship can go too far. It's temporary, but it serves a purpose, pushing someone from one chapter into the next. It's that in-between phase. Once the person evolves, however, the relationship fizzles out and is left behind. But if you find yourself in a transitory relationship, just feel free to let me know. I'm just interested to see where you are, which one you think you are in. And actually, there's a quiz on my website. If you go to www.carmenharra.com, to my page, the way my website opens is putting you through the test of the 4 types of relationship. You take the test, and you will get the answers right away. But I said, unless genuine emotion develop, your relationship will come to close in the right moment. So don't expect to have devotion and loyalty from that person. So it's not a question of stressing you too much over it. Just have fun. Sometime in life, you don't have to take things too seriously. Just take them easy until your best opportunity comes in place. The second type of relationship that are very common, probably the most common of all, 4 types, are compromise relationship. Two people come together because there's a financial stability, a social standing, a comfort. Many relationships that are meant to end continue because people are just compromising. So they settle for one another. they share a house, they have kids, they feel obligated to stay despite the fact that they don't really love each other, but they stuck in that comfort zone. So it's important to evaluate whether you truly are happy with your partner, are really comfortable with your partner, or you're just compromising. Being a compromise can become sometimes, kind of boring because the excitement is gone. In a way, the love is gone at the end, you know what I mean? You just want to stay there because you're afraid of a separation. In my practice, I've heard my patient declare that their spouse is a great parent, a great provider, but their relationship is just a compromise. So people actually acknowledge. I had people many times on the radio telling me, oh, I didn't realize, but I'm actually, after 35 years of marriage, really in a compromise. So this type of relationship can be complementary, because in terms of generating income together, buying property, raising a family, this is all good. But each partner follows a specific role and contribute to the success of the couple, though they can actually live separate lives. They can look in front of the world like the best couple, but behind the scene, everybody has a different love interest somewhere else. So that makes it kind of painful. And then there comes the third type of relationship, which is the karmic one, because karma is the law of the universe. So contrary to popular belief, karma is not that malicious force that brings bad deeds back to us. It's the memory, the thoughts, the intention, the action, good and bad, and it has a reputation for repeating itself, especially when it comes to love. So you attract somebody, and in the next episode, you attract the same person. So I'll be back in a minute, and then I'll take your call. So hold on the line and don't go anywhere. Thank you for listening.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On. My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers, pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
So I'm back, everybody. I've been talking about something that I've actually discussed in my last book, The Karma Queen's Guide to Relationship, which is a book all about relationships. And I discuss in that book the 4 types of relationships. So I'm making you aware how many types of relationship exist. And I was talking about transitory relationship, compromise, and The third type of relationship is the karmic relationship. Now, a karmic relationship is described as something extremely intense. If it's good, it's great, but if it's bad, it's awful. So there is an instant magnetism between two people. Let's say you have a perfect marriage, you're happy, you have 3 kids, you have a beautiful home, you love your husband, and you go somewhere and you see this person and you can't explain it why. You just feel like your heart is speeding, that you connect, there's this magnetism. So the relationship may be, as I said, something irresistible, something that you don't want consciously, you don't want it, you want this to end, and yet, for some reason, you cannot help it. Now, the relationship that are karmic may be sometimes prone to arguments as like two souls trying to find solutions. That's what trying to resolve the karma they have together. Always we used to say that this karmic relationship are guaranteed to teach you a lot of necessary lessons. So, but after the karma is settled, the relationship gets into a resolution, and you come to resolving it, whatever is there that you need to resolve. This relationship is abruptly ending. Because however this relationship might be, otherwise it can come to an end the very moment its role has been fulfilled. Now, sometimes karmic partners can be soulmates, so that's very possible that one relationship melts into another type of relationship. That's very possible. But you're going to see that karmic relationships are enriching experiences that can be progressive, enlightening, complementary, whether temporary or long terms. But if you find yourself in a karmic relationship, you have attracted a soul that you kind of knew before. And let's say something happened between you two before. So you need to fix it in this lifetime. So karmic relationships are powerful and passionate. It can be tremendously positive while you understand the divine nature of them and the divine nature of your own karma that is involved here. Now, the fourth type is a soulmate relationship that are very rare, are very few, but when they occur, they often last the test of time. So this kind of relationship is marked by a profound connection between two people. A lot of you said, well, I don't believe that souls may really exist. Well, guess what? If you don't believe, you can go beyond your belief and you can never experience something you don't believe in. But I personally believe in soulmates. I lived with my husband for 27 years till he died. I had that soulmate relationship because soulmates, they get each other. They finish each other's sentences. They are the best friends. They share a mentality of it's us, the two of us against the world. When two soulmates found each other, they feel like two pieces of the puzzle that fit perfectly. They fit that two half part of the spheres. You see, you take two, you divide the sphere into two, and then when you put it, it has to fit perfectly. And if that is not the case, then people will never match. But soulmate can't wait to come home after a long day because they kind of link telepathically. They kind of sense each other. They have the same feeling in the same time. They can both work and play together because of how they complement each other. And one elevates the other in their thoughts, in their potential, in their ability. So this is not to say that soulmate won't experience problem, because they might experience a lot of problem. And they be able, I think, easier to resolve the issues. But very few things in this world can break up to soulmate because their connection is worthwhile. So soulmates may also have some mutual karma sometime, but you can't separate them. It's pretty remarkable. But if you find yourself in a soulmate relationship, I just want to tell you, good for you, because I want to congratulate you, because this is the highest, the most unconditional, the purest type of love. So be proud, because many people wish they will find the other half, but a lot of people don't. So if you are involved in this kind of a relationship, you know, it's pretty remarkable how powerful it is and how happy you should be. Because together you're kind of divine force to, you know what I mean, that is unbreakable. And together, you know, with your partner, you should take joy in every moment, because it's very hard to find something like this. But I'm going to go and talk about the 10 ways to know something is meant to be, and he is meant to be or she's meant to be in your life. But before I do that, I'm going to go and take some of your calls, because it's time to take your calls. And I want to find out what's going on in your life. And I'm going to take Marie-Therese from Louisiana. I'm going to thank you for being so patient, waiting to talk to me. Hi, my dear.
Hi, Carmen. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. My pleasure. And thank you so much for waiting so patiently. I really appreciate it. So what type of a relationship are you in, if you don't mind me ask you?
Well, actually, I haven't been in a relationship in about 4 years.
Okay.
I don't know why. But there is someone that I've been interested for a while, and I'm getting to the point that I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like there is a connection, but it's just not happening. I don't know what the deal is.
Okay, I'm going to start by asking you two things. First of all, if we go back in time 6-7 years ago, were you in a relationship with somebody, and was that a good relationship or not?
He wasn't.
You were?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and was that, it ended, why? Why did it end?
We just were in two different parts of our lives. We just, just didn't connect, I guess.
So what kind of a relationship was that? Was that a karmic one, a transition? Was that a compromise? Was that a soulmate? What kind of a relationship?
Transition. No, definitely.
A transition. A transition.
Yeah.
Okay. So in other words, I'm asking you this because I don't want you to go to another transition. I should say now you want something different. You want something better. You want something more fulfilling. You want possibly either karmic or soulmate type of a relationship. Now, a way to figure it out whether this is karmic or soulmate, I don't know if you want to give me his birthday and your birthday, and I will show you what type of relationship this is. Do you mind giving me the...
No, absolutely. My birthday is December 19 of 1980.
December 19, 1980? Okay.
Yes, and his is May 5th of 74.
May 5th, 1974. Okay. Was he married before?
Yes.
So he's May 5th, did I get it right?
Yes.
May 5th. Now he has 2 times 5, and that is definitely a divorce. He entered already a year that is better for him, because it's a year in which more creative, but not a year in which he's completely ready. I think was he married before?
Yes, he was. He's divorced.
Yeah, that's what I'm confirming that he's divorced, because I feel this man had a tough marriage. I feel he had something that was pretty difficult. Do you agree with me? He's very nice. He's very down to earth. He wants to remarry. He's supposed to have 2 kids. Does he have them?
He has 3.
Oh, 3. Yeah. If he has 3, he's going to have the 4th. Do you have kids?
I have 1.
Okay. Now, you also meant to have more than 1. And I don't know whether you will be willing to have another child with this man. Oh, wow. You have an amazing connection with this man.
Yes, we do.
Really something. Yeah. This can work very well. It's not karmic, so it's not coming from another life. It's very compatible. So you feel it. He feels it too. I think the only thing that stays between you two is because he's still healing. Did he divorce 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
About 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Believe it or not, he's still healing. It might take another 10 months. I anticipate this will work. I'm actually very convinced this will work. It has everything that it takes to make it. You just need to click, to start talking to each other more regularly and being more into each other, and from there on, the process will happen naturally.
Yeah,
and I not only what
we
I'm
work together we work together. He's kind of like in a higher position than I am, so sometimes I think
that can be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, that can be a little bit of a problem. But does he like you a lot? Absolutely. Is this has all that it takes to be great? Absolutely. The problem is that working together, there's the working environment. It very much be, you know what I mean, that can be a change here. Either you change job or he changes job, and that will allow, or change the position in itself or something like this. You understand? So I feel like something like this is going to happen. Yeah, I love this actually. No, this is going to work. Might take a little bit of time, but it's going to work. Keep me posted on the radio whenever you know more. Do you have anything specific to ask me here?
I'm sorry?
Do you have anything else to ask me about this?
No, I just wanted to know if I just feel like I'm waiting, and I don't know if everybody, the people, even co-workers around us who have made comments like, oh, those two are perfect for each other, No,
you are fabulous for each other. You're not really wasting time. And are you looking for somebody else? Let's say, no. Okay, you are, no. That's exactly the way I feel. I feel like you're not looking for somebody else anyhow, so allow this to happen.
But I feel like he's probably like somebody mentioned the other day, like, oh, I think he's dating this girl, and it got me so mad because I'm like, what?
I don't really see him dating. I see younger women interested in him other than you, but he's not interested in her. That doesn't mean anything. So the person who gave you the news doesn't really know exactly,
Okay.
Doesn't have the right understanding of the situation. No way.
It's worth waiting for.
Yes. And you should send him through the body language, the way you look at him, the signal like, I like you. It's okay because the man is divorced, and you are single. It's okay to send the message of I like you. The only problem is that you work together. That's not that ethical, So that can be probably more his issue than it is yours. But this can be worked out because actually two people working in the same environment, if they are free and if they're single, why not to date each other? You understand? Okay. So I really believe that this can be worked out. It can be worked out. Yeah, in my mind, you're going to be with this man. Just let me know. Don't get impatient. Try to do your part.
Okay, I will.
Okay. All right. So listen, I want to come to your wedding. If you invite me, I'll come.
You will come. Don't worry. It's going to be a big New Orleans, so you can come.
I love you. I love you, sweetie.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you so much for calling me. Bye, my angel. I'm going to go to Janine from San Francisco. Hi, Janine.
Oh, hi, Carmen. This is Janine. You and I have spoke before, and I.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God!
It's been quite some time.
Oh my God! I'm so excited to talk to you. I don't think you can imagine. I'm super excited. How are you? I was thinking about you the other day. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I am calling because, well, my background and the person that I was.
Right. I know very well.
Yes. Connected to. Has reached out again, and you'd think I would learn my lesson. I have, but just wondering if that is.
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all, and I don't know if you remember, we said that that's going to happen. You remember? We anticipated that this is going to happen. And I think the more you're going to ignore him, have you been ignoring him?
We haven't had communication for 8 months.
Yes, yeah.
No,
that seems like a lifetime. But when he reached out to you, what was your reaction to him?
None.
None.
No,
so you actually ignore him. That's what yeah.
Yeah, but they're very not healthy reach outs. They're just very subtle, like a little bit of game playing. So
so here is what I put you the question. I ask you, are you ignoring him or not giving him any response, which is the perfect way to respond, by not responding. So silence is the best response. Ignoring is the best response. So the more you do it this way, the more he's going to try to reach out to you. The more you stay away from him, the more he's going to start make his way back into your life again, you know.
Well, and that's right. So, you know, when I read the title of your show this time, it made me think, you know, is there really anything there, or should I just complete? Because his situation hasn't changed at all.
Right. This is a man who's been in a prison. We know that. And people love to stay. Some people got used to stay in prison after so many years that they cannot get out of their prison. So in a metaphoric way, the man is choosing his path religiously. When you say his situation hasn't been changed, yes, he's miserable as hell, you know. He chooses to stay in his misery. But of course, you are the only light, you know, the only good thing that happened to him. And how can he forget that he has the right to be happy? And of course, after a while, he wanted the things to calm down. I'll go on a break. Don't go anywhere. Then I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay? Hold on the line. Hold on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Lisa Berry. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Light on Living. A chance to see new, hear different, and feel more as I shine the spotlight on all the ways to lighten the load of life's challenges. Light on Living is your link to that new way you're looking for, that new understanding that will enhance your life, and that positive connection that will support your growth. So join me and you'll gain insight and start to see things in a new way that motivates you.
I'm Fidel Nshambo. I was born in a city called the Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio with Christopher, and I was talking to Denise from San Francisco. Hi, my dear. So let's finish, because I think I wanted to finish the conversation. So I still think that he can give up on you. I still think he will come back. I still think that situation that he's in will end. Believe it or not, after all these many years, every nightmare comes to an end one day. I still think you're not done with him. It's just a period in your life in which you had to take a step back and allow him to learn his lessons, but I think he will learn, and he's learning his lesson. And I still think he's going to come back in your life. It's up to you. Up to you if you will take him or not after everything he put you through.
Yeah. Well, I just wondered, because I have been very open to meeting other people and haven't.
Did that happen?
No, I haven't. That's my thing. I'm just like wondering, like, if he is the person that is supposed to, for us to be together, if that is meant to be, or, why
I think this man is meant to be, and that's why you're not meeting anybody. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you saw somebody else in my life. I was hoping.
All I want is for you to have somebody else, because I know what you've been going through,
Yeah.
I so much want you to be with somebody else. And it's interesting now that you say this, in my mind, I have a very clear image of a younger man, probably 1 or 2 years younger than you, tall, very attractive. He's some kind of an executive or a CEO of a company, or somebody who's in a position of power. But he deals with sales. I don't know if he sells very luxury cars or something. Because I see him in a very expensive car. My mind does that remote viewing. So all of a sudden I see you in a situation with this man. He's really tall, like 6'1", something else. He's extremely attractive in so many ways, so much better looking, so much healthier, so much more the man I want to see you with. And you're a gorgeous woman. You're beautiful, I wish everybody listening can see you how gorgeous you are. And I'm not telling you this to make you feel good or because I so much care, because that's a reality. So I do see you with this man who was married before, has an 11-year-old daughter, but he has not such kind of problems like the other one. It's like a marriage that is done long time ago. He's by himself for the last 4 years. So I really see him coming in your life. And I should say he's coming in your life in the last 6 weeks to 2 months and a half, something like that, approximately a month and a half, 2 months and a half. And you meet him in a circumstance when you go with one of your friends to either look for something because it's in an open space with a high ceiling. I see like an entire movie in front of my eyes, You do meet this man. And he has an R name or a J name, the 2 initials that come to me. And you know what? We'll take it from here and we'll see, how this goes in the next 2 months, and I'm waiting for your calls on the radio. Whenever you come in close, and also let me know what's going on with him, because I want to know where you stand with this man also trying to come back more in full force towards you. Continue to ignore. That's all you can do the best. Psychologically is your best behavior.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I've learned that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you so much for calling me on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go to Hi, my love. Hi, Domingas. How are you, my dear friend?
I good listening to all your good vibes.
Okay, my Domingas. What's going on new with you, my love?
Separation, divorce, too many things.
Is it still going on, that divorce?
I dismissed. I went to court and dismissed, but he already had to file an answer. Now we are in a battle. I don't know where it's going to take us.
Is there a way you can ask for more time?
I don't know what's going to happen next time. We're supposed to go back again September 14th, so he has a custody legally. But I'm the one that have time to watch the kids, but he doesn't have time. We are like in pull and push type of situation. I think I love me.
I'm listening to you, and I have like kind of a revelation. I think that day of September 14. Are you religious, Domingas? Do you believe in Jesus?
I do believe. I'm actually every single day I'm praying.
Okay, well, September 14 is the day of a cross for everybody who believes in in Catholicism or in the religion, in the Christianity. Christian people celebrate September 14. So I think that that's very symbolic for you, in which you should win whatever you need to win, and that day you are a big winner.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. I just don't want him to divorce. I just want us to get back
He's not
together.
going to divorce. He's not going to divorce. You're going to go back to each other.
And I don't know how it is ignoring me. I feel like he wants to come back, but there's something holding him back so much, and I just don't know how to break that. I have been working a lot. I feel like some days it's good. We talk over the phone for a long time, but some days it's just off. And
he slowly. Don't argue with him. Only come from a place of calmness and controlling your feelings and not being judgmental, and try to do everything that feels right. And I think steadily this man is gonna get back to being the man you knew, and kind of coming. It's like he comes back to his senses. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm preaching for. I'm working for every day, praying, asking also to pray, give him advice what he should do, but then it's just that it's on and off. Right? Some days it talk nice to me, some days just off, saying I have decided.
Well, let me ask you this. So when you listen to my show, I define 4 types of major relationship. What kind of a relationship was this with your husband? Was it soulmate? Was it compromise? Was it karmic? Was it transit? What was it exactly?
I think it's a mix of everything, because my memory came back ever since I was 9 years old. I remember I met him when he was younger, but he doesn't remember that time frame, but I do. So in my side is a mix of everything. I think it's we might be part of family. His grandfather and my grandfather, a cousin. So I think in my end, it's a mix of everything. Yeah, because I kind of went through a deep change, enlightenment, to find my soul, higher self. But he didn't go through that. So in my end, it's a mix of everything. But on his end, he doesn't have all those memories that I kind of went through to have. So So now
I think that you deeply care about each other. I don't think this is meant to separate. I think it's all these influences and everything that doesn't go right, but I really believe that you guys are going to go back to each other. Somewhere during the fall, end of the fall, towards the end of the year. So it's not going to be a divorce. No, you're not going to divorce this man.
November, December.
I mean, give it a little bit of time. So in other words, things come back to normality slowly. So I don't actually see what all that matters is that there won't be a real separation, and you should buy time. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Thanks for advising, because I really need a good advice. Sometimes
you need to continue to believe. You need to fight. You need to fight this, you know.
Yeah. I need to continue to believe. Yeah, I'm reverting those negative side of me that I think think I cannot. Yeah, it actually is working, but I still have a lot more to work on myself.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's gonna be really good.
Yeah. Thank you for your kindness, for your
absolutely, Dominguez, my dear. I really want you to be happy. I really want you to be believing in the fact that this family is not supposed to break apart. You're not supposed to, not only for the sake of your kids, but because you are so connected, and because this is meant to continue to work. So just hang in there. And don't allow this. So do your part by not allowing this to happen, okay?
Yeah, I'm working on that every day. So I
Perfect.
keep working.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So anytime you need me, I'm here, Domina. Okay, my love. And anytime you need me, I'm here. And I appreciate you listening to my music. I have a lot of new songs. I have a new songs, a lot of songs in Spanish, a lot of songs. If you go to Carmen Harra Music, just put my name, Carmen Harra Music, and you're going to see my musical channel. And I have a lot of Spanish songs.
Oh, yeah, I listened to all of them. It was kind of helpful.
You did? I have more. I have more that are coming. Yes, I have more.
Because I used to like music, but then I kind of stopped. So I have to add music into my life again.
No, bring the music back because it's your healing. It heals your soul. It's so good for your soul.
My life was a lot better when I used to listen to music, and my last name is
Absolutely,
Tavares, so
please, yes.
There's a talent music in my family background, so even though I don't have the talent, but there's
you don't have to have a talent to listen to music because it's so healing. So really, you have to do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm working on that every day.
Perfect. Okay, my Dominguez, I love you, my dear friend. Thank you so much for calling me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's nice to
be my love.
Your life. Okay.
Okay. I love you, Dominguez. Thank you. Bye-bye. So I'm going to go to summarize the 10 ways to know if it's meant to be. So we're talking about relationship. And I'm going to make it as short as possible because I don't have a lot of time to finalize my thoughts. But I'm going to tell you that it's not meant to be if your relationship is constantly disagreeing, yelling, arguing, angry outbursts, any form of violence, bickering. That is not meant to be. It is meant to be if your relationship is peaceful, is harmonious, so everyone becomes angry once in a while, and that's tolerable. But as long as that relationship doesn't involve a constant display of anger on a daily basis, then you have all the reasons to move forward. So it's meant to be if it's peaceful. It's not meant to be if your partner is dishonest with you, because there are so many pathological liars that are characterized by serial dishonesty. And to them, a lie is a simply easier way to tell that that's the truth. And we know this, we've seen it in politics. So everyone will get caught sometime in a white lie. But if your partner is repeatedly lying to you, then that's not meant to be. It's meant to be if there's honesty, integrity, and both of you place trust in each other. It's not meant to be, you know what I mean, if the energies don't match up. It's not meant to be one side is doing more and the other one is doing less or almost nothing. It's meant to be if the relationship is fair and is balanced on both sides. It's not meant to be if you don't share any life values in common. It's meant to be if you have similar outlooks on the world and if you share beliefs about how things should be done. It's not meant to be if you no longer feel love for each other. And it's meant to be if you remember the reason why you fell in love and the feelings remain the same or even grow through time. It's not meant to be if there are any forms of addiction, behavioral abnormalities. For example, it is difficult to live with an alcoholic, with somebody who suffers from bipolar disorder, for somebody who's a drug addict. So you can't live with this type of behavioral problem. But it's meant to be if both of you are understanding the pure connection, if your mind is healthy, if you understand the significance of physical and mental health. It's not meant to be if your partner makes you feel uncomfortable about yourself and about your insecurities. But it's meant to be if your partner points out the many ways in which you're perfect and brings out in you your strongest traits. It's not meant to be if the person doesn't engage with you. If relationships are not alive, then it's not meant to be. It's meant to be if your partner supports your wisdom, your philosophies, your teaching. Because you are supposed to match each other at the mental level too. It's not meant to be if your intuition is telling you, stay away from this person. Because many times your intuition will advise you, don't get involved in this relationship. And it's meant to be, if your gut feeling is telling you this is the person you are destined to grow in, learn from, and love in so many ways. So I want you to keep in mind, when you see all these blockages and oppositions, then please stay away from a bad relationship and cherish if you're in a good one. And do on a daily basis those wonderful affirmations in which you say, I love my partner wholeheartedly. I accept his flaws. Alone, I'm imperfect, but together we are complete and whole. I forgive my partner's mistakes, and I know that he has learned from them. I offer the highest version of myself to my partner, and I know that he gives me the same. My partner and I share a beautiful and powerful mental, emotional, and physical bond. And you have to say on a daily basis these words, and say on a daily basis, each day I grow more and more grateful that I'm able to share my life with my partner. I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio. I'll be back with you and Christopher next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, same place, OMTime Radio. I love you.